Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another MKU Primetime. You got your boy Brandoli on the mic, joined by Stevens. How are you doing?
I cannot hear. Are we live?
We are.
I'm really sorry, guys. I can't really hear anything Brandon's saying. I'm not sure if it's just me, and I don't know if it's me lagging. Can someone say?
Okay. All right, well, having some technical difficulties, it seems, but we are bringing you a match between Banana Legion and Soul. For Banana Legion, we got Aplex, Bry, Cudge, Hedgie, Royal, and Ruby. Stream POV will be Royals. And Soul has Artie, GaleNet, Jasmine, Nyx, Parishi, and Squids, pardon me. Should be a good match. All right, we're going to be going into race 1 on DKJ. Going to see a nice tech here from Royal. Royal's going to try to get up there pretty quick. That's usually what he does. He's one of the better runners for Banana Legion. Going to be getting a red right off the rip, so he's going to trail it. Loses the trail, though, to Ryan. So going to see someone getting hit out, and that's a top 3 already for Banana Legion. Royal opting not to get the double, though. And already working his way up to the front. Still a top 2 for BL, though. Ooh, and close to almost getting bumped off there. You're going to see Artie take over first. Appears to only have a shroom. Might need to burn that just to get some protection, though. And Royal working his way back into first. Has a red shell. Might try and trail Artie. Oh, and Artie gets the trail off on him. So it's going to be a 1-4-5, it looks like, for Soul. And we're going to see Squids also getting cut out there. It looks like BL holding 1-3, Squids in second, a 2-4-5. Oh, Royal getting fireballed there, holding onto a bomb, but there is a blue out, going to be hitting Artie. Royal looking to do the final straight hit. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? How we doing?
Hogging out.
All right, who's in first?
It looks like, I think it's BL. Hard to tell. It's a top 3 for Soul, actually. Ooh, and Royal's
2 horns back to back.
His 2 horns, but doesn't hit Parishi.
Yeah, neither.
And Parishi, not going to be able to fireball him. Oh, a nice back from Artie, though. It looks like a top 4 currently for Soul. Royal just getting slammed again and again. Going to try and maybe cheese a last-second shock here.
I'm not sure he's in range, but he could get a good dodge or a bill.
Does get the bill.
He's going to come up to whoever's in 12.
Oh, sees a couple people actually fall off there. Gets him right into the double, though, out of that bill. Oh, and triple reds for the BL for Aplex. Hitting Jasmine. If Royal would have thrown that red a little bit earlier, he would have gotten an extra spot out of it. And that is a top 4, 6-8 for Soul.
Yeah, that is a pretty big start, as we can see right here. So, do you want to fill me in, I guess, on the lineups and maybe what you're expecting? I just kind of got in from a rush, knowing that I had to fill in for Jakey Stevens. So
yeah, so BL has Aplex, Bry, Cudge, Hedgie, Royal, Ruby. And Soul has Artie, GaleNet, Jasmine, Nyx, Parishi, and Squids. And I kind of am expecting to see BL just kind of do what they usually do, just have Royal and Ruby just up there all the time, scoring all the points. But Soul going to be able to disturb some stuff in the pack, make it a little difficult for them to do that, of course.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken also, this is very reflective of the D3 finals match that we had just at the end of last season, so maybe a little bit of a rivalry going on. So I think there's a lot of, I guess, Bry, new addition to Banana Legion. You got Parishi and Hedgie also, I think, are tournament partners and a lot of stuff, so you got a lot of interesting little storylines you may be able to create right here. And of course, Soul, not exactly C3, but very much a lot of the same members going to be I guess proving that their D3 title was no fluke.
Yes, sir. And also BL adding Cudge in the offseason, so might be able to get some of that.
That was the one
shock
I was
magic.
forgetting, yeah.
Yeah. might be
Cudge
able to get
finally
some
finding the landing spot. You know, in the offseason, we've played BL a decent amount right now. And Cudge is always a very big wild card on, you know, how he's going to affect the match. Sometimes he'll be a gigantic effect and just straight up win the more single-handedly. Other times it can be not as good when the odds are not in your favor. So it will be interesting to see how he does overall. Seeing him opt to actually run a lot so far. So we'll just have to see if that continues on, changes, and yeah.
Yeah, one thing I will say about him, from his time in ARC, he was a really good runner, but he did opt to go for the shock in the league matches whenever he could. So really willing to do anything for the team. And
so to start the second lap, looks like we're having a little bit of a script flip from last race. Gonna hope that Royal does not get booed, because I don't think he had really much of a reason to use that. Use the coin, considering his team was in top 3 already. But it looks like he's gonna be able to safely dodge this and move on with life like nothing ever happened. So could be a very big response in a big way for BL if they're able to hold on right here. Maybe make this a little bit more of a match than what the first race may be implying. So.
Yeah, and there is the aforementioned boo taking away his banana. Did Bry just hit the zapper?
I don't know. Like, okay, it's just some lag. Like, you never want to be too certain, I guess.
Yeah, just
lag in this game, but
been there, done that.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened to the best of us. I'll just say that. So, top 2 is looking pretty secure right now. Definitely what BL is going to be needing. You know, this is a good spot for BL in general, just having their main man Royal getting the points up front. You know, when Royal rolls, that's how BL tends to win a lot of their games. You have to watch out for some of these greens right here.
Yeah, missing the fast greens on the top 2, so that might be. Looks like this top 2 might be there to stay.
Yeah.
No shock. Oh, and there is a shock actually.
Don't speak too quickly.
Yeah.
So this may have gone in Nix into the glider. It looks like it did.
Looks like it, but Bry might be able to do something with this horn. No,
it doesn't look like it. And they're going to pull top 2. I think he fell off because, you know, like when you're small, sometimes it's hard to actually get those leaf tricks sometimes, and that could be really devastating for them. Where it was looking like a good race, they end up getting only 3 through 6. Probably only losing 1 spot there. I think it's going to be a slight win, actually. But compared to what it was looking to be early on, bit of a bummer, not going to lie.
Yeah, that bottom 2 is going to help out for BL, though, make it minimize the loss quite a bit. And opting to pick Moo Moo Meadows. Interesting.
It's looking like a +0 race, but so yeah, a little bit disappointing. Oh no, it was a +2. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Moo Moo Meadows. Something that we used to pick a decent amount, but maybe not as much anymore. Kind of like the idea of picking it for the most part. What you're going to be wanting to get out of it is just some mushrooms early, because the track is very difficult to bag on. So. Could be it's one of those tracks where it's like you see what happens at the end of lap 1 and you're like, okay, this may actually stay. But regardless, Soul actually going to be picking up the track pick right here and putting that discussion I just had with you to rest. So
yeah, I was going to say a very HD-esque track selection.
Yeah, looking very good in my opinion.
Disgusting. But yeah, Music Park also can tend to be a very shock-heavy track, so you might be worthwhile to keep someone in the back, maybe go for it if you don't get those top spots at right.
They both pulled bananas. That's crazy.
Oh, that's actually.
It's annoying for Royal, but perhaps even more annoying for Ryan, who is probably going to want a coin in that spot.
That was a trick shot.
Yeah. So a little bit of a laggy section right here. We'll get probably a better. The race will be defined better once we get into this glider section right here. Royal does pick up the trail on one of Soul. Now, if Ryan was able to hold first, it's looking like he could. They could be in pretty good positions, and wow, that bomb's going to get hedgy at least.
That's a really good bomb, and Royal doing some interesting driving. Does get his triple bananas boost.
Yeah, he's surrounded up here, so he's got to watch out. The horn's definitely going to go a long way in helping out, but as are the greens, but this is still not a very great spot to be in. Going for the quick back spam.
Ooh, really nice back. Might be able to get the snipe here too, but a nice back from Artie to get Royal out of there. That's free now for Soul.
Yeah, he's finding the spot to, I guess, take advantage of Royal being just alone. So a hit that maybe he would avoid otherwise, but in this spot where he's already so limited just makes everything harder, and a miss box on top of it, and triple res and 4 by Jasmine.
As well. Jasmine being able to pull out those triple reds is going to be a barrier. Keep that top 4 going for Soul. Top
5.
Yep, slowing down. That's a really good play. Oh, that's such a nice pull.
He didn't have to go into it though. It looks like.
Yeah.
So this could actually be a little bit of a unfortunate thing. They have a ghost in third. You would hope that maybe he doesn't steal any items from first. I would assume they talked that out.
Yeah, looks like he stole a green. Roy's gonna have to be careful for this trail. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that was definitely a back spam I saw coming right there. So good on him to just be out of the general trajectory.
I think Cudge might have just.
I don't know if that was Cudge, but I don't know. It looks like Soul may have gone by. Oh, never mind. Bri was back there, so that's actually going to be another good race for Soul. I want to say top 2, top 3,
for Soul.
6, and at this point, something really big is going to have to change for BL if they want to, have a match to play in the second half.
For sure. I think right out the rip, they just have to pick like a Cheeseland or a dry, something they can get a real big race on really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or opting to go with Moo Meadows again, though.
You want to... I can't help but feel that maybe it would have been... It's hindsight's 20/20, obviously, but
yeah,
if Royal did have some other options there. He could have used a Shroom maybe to try to pull ahead a little bit. I don't know if it was... There may have been a time where it was considered too late because, if he used it right next to the cut at the end, he ultimately would have lost time, but...
Who knows?
You have to wonder, was there a way for him to hold on to third there? Yes.
Yeah, and it's super hard to make those split-second decisions where it's like, well, if I would have done this instead, it would have... Anyhow, it's going into race 5, I believe. TikTok clock.
No, this is 4 for sure.
Oh, easily. Okay.
Yeah, just looking at scores right now, it would make sense. The plus 50 is really just indicative of how good of a start that Soul's had, and Royal's just throwing for content at this point.
Royal's inventing a new ultra shortcut.
Yeah. So, as a Hedgie? Did I see that correctly?
I believe you did.
Okay. That was a little bit of lag right there, but he did indeed fall off. Parishi actually is thinking, okay, I don't want to let them have too many people back here. So, again, though, this is definitely looking really rough. But, Royal's done a good job to pull some pretty good items up into top 4.
Yeah, holding that star in 4th is going to be really big, especially with having that much back presence. The shock is likely going to happen, especially with them being at this distance.
Mm-hmm.
Bri getting fireball, though. No, Royal having the star in 2nd.
Yeah, that's a pretty big factor right here. Soul's in 1st, but he's going to have to use it. If shock comes, it may come now, just to give him some spots. There it is. And Ruby's been first the whole time.
Nice.
I'm kind of surprised that knowing Royal, he didn't want to do anything to, get that bomb. But I think it's probably the correct decision to just hold on to it for now because you never know what's going to happen. And, BL could have had another person dodging up there too, so...
Yeah, it's hard to tell who 3-4 is. If anything, if it was Soul, they might call a play to back it. It's going to just pop that. I think he just bombed Ruby.
What? That was Ruby, right? I'm very confused. I know there's a Waluigi that dodged, but I didn't think that Ruby got
hit out that bad.
Hit at all. Regardless, Royal's still holding on to 1st, but
opting not to take the Nisk. Smart play.
I'm just gonna hope. Royal's a smart player. I'm just gonna hope that. I'm just gonna hope what it means is he knew more information than we did, perhaps. Yeah, he's gonna definitely be looking for Ruby on these results, though.
Yeah.
All right. Still really good.
I guess Ruby was a Roy, actually, not a Waluigi.
Okay, so maybe that was them. Hard to say.
Guess I'm just
Man, I'm really confused right now. I thought it was like a foregone conclusion that they were just kind of gone in top 2. But regardless, that is the news that BL needed to see right there to get back into this match. Maybe bombing Ryan or Jasmine, hard to tell. Saw that suggestion in the chat. I think they were decently up there for the most part. All right, so
essentially cutting the lead that Soul had in half. So
yeah, this is a big.
We got a match. We got a match.
This is a really big pick for them also because they're able to keep Royal up in 1st. They're always going to have a chance
Yeah, it's really hard to
come
get
back,
Royal out of first.
Soul's just getting everything right now. Yeah, they're just getting everything right now, and they may have a chance here with the top 3. Honestly, 6 can pull a Shroom, so this may be more of a comfort pick for Soul, if anything. But maybe they have some leads. Maybe BL isn't too much of a fan. I wouldn't know personally, but regardless, that's where we are playing race 5
on the worst track in the game.
I don't know about that one. There's a lot of pretty awful. So
man,
don't want to make that much of a claim, but regardless, Royal looking to hold first right here. Really good line showcase here to start, and it's going to have a little bit of distance, but it may not matter too much depending on what happens right here.
Jasmine going to work her way up there and eats the trail of Royal.
Was that okay? I think it was. Yeah,
that was Jasmine.
I know that one of them was up there. It's a little bit risky in a sense. I think there's a horn behind Royal, so yeah, trying to take advantage of that. He's gonna have to hope that there's no red also. No. Cudge holding on to 3rd, so Ryan is going to be a little bit limited in what he can do. As long as Cudge is able to hold that down. Knowing Royal, he's going to be going for some kind of back spam though. He always likes to find the time he's looking for it, but have to block the red. He's going to get double redded. Does Cudge have anything though?
Does have anything to hit him? Nope, looks like he only has a Shroom.
So 2 through 4 for BL. Oh, he pulls a
huge pull for Ryan.
Yeah, that hits 3 of them. And I don't know if Bry's going to survive this also. That plant just did not care right there. Oh my gosh, that green hit him too.
Cudge getting hit out by the red. I think I didn't get a Cudge.
Is that awkward spot where he definitely wanted to get rid of the banana, but too many teammates around, so we're gonna see if maybe Bry can salvage anything for BL right now. But it looks like he's getting hit on the line again. That could be a top 4.
I think that's a top 4 for Soul, yeah. Soul, they always come through on Big Blue from what I've seen.
The TikTok clock has been erased effectively right now.
Almost
so
immediately.
Again, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and with this top 4, you're kind of limited on what you can pick if you're BL right now. You're of course going to probably see one of the 4 main bagging tracks in there, just Cheeseland. I know you have some very mixed opinions on Cheeseland.
I guess it's more so just a meme with me at this point. I don't mind Cheeseland, honestly. I think Desert's easily the more toxic between the two, but opinions are opinions.
Yeah, I can't help but agree with you there. Desert,
yeah, I mean, it's just entirely based on who's pulling a shock, and if you can dodge somebody with a shock, the shock's just, especially when there isn't as. Cheese has that bill spot, so a lot of times a single shot can be enough to completely change the impact of a race. Desert's just kind of a clown fiesta.
Yeah,
so
it's like whoever's going to pull,
not even worth it to hold blues and stuff, because, anything to roll the bolt is just going to take priority on that track.
Too powerful.
Yeah, and this start looks like it's just doing everything that Soul wanted it to. They have a decent amount of distance up there for sure. And, if they should be able to pick off BL one by one, you would hope, for them. Red's coming in, I don't know who's going to get. Looks like, yeah. I was wondering if you could say on. That looks like a little bit of a Scooty moment right there, I'd like to say. Where, Scooty's great, but in situations like that, it is clearly lacking. And now Royal's just going to have to do whatever he can to maybe pull some coins and get back up there, but Star is certainly going to help, but Soul is looking to take a commanding lead if nothing changes this race.
Looks like a lot of top spots for Soul, maybe a top 5.
I wonder if that horn from Bry was... Yeah, if Royal knew that was him, it looked like he was okay, I don't want to deal with this horn. Tried to start early. Blue is coming in. I think BL is more than trying to get shocked right now if you look back in 12, so... Oh, that was a great green.
Super clean back.
Yeah. It's at a point where it could have maybe even hit him off if it was slightly worse scenario, but anyway, that green's gonna allow them to manage to hold the top 3 through here. Hedgie probably gonna be throwing something, doing some double fire flowers right here. How are his greens intact?
What?
I mean, if I was Royal, I'd probably want to get into this. Yeah, that green was just after him for quite a bit. I think I would have tried to use the plan earlier. I think somebody's in the ghost. Yeah,
yes.
looks like they pulled shrooms. So Ghost on Royals in, but right now I'm not sure like how much he's going to be able to get out of this if there's no shock. It looks like BL's still going for
there's
it.
a
It looks like they get it. So Artie dodges. So I'm not sure if this is going to be worth anything if he can't really pass much.
Yeah, Royal needs
Looks
to
like
pull here, and he does. So it might be.
Okay. Oh, somebody's okay. This is going to be a 2-4-5. It
Oh,
looks
it's the
like.
first actually, I think, for BL.
Was
Line
it?
got on the line?
Maybe. That would be really huge for them, but I didn't quite see it.
Yeah.
And Hedgie does pull into first, so made something out of nothing right there. Cudge gets it done again, so provides them a little bit of a barrier. Yeah, I mean, if nothing changed there. I was thinking that this one was probably going to be a GG and handshake, but looks like BL does at least have some stuff to work with right now.
Yeah, getting a little bit of that all-important momentum. I wonder what they're going to pick here for 1-4. I might go back to Mumu, maybe.
I don't know what it is about this score, but they're down 54, and this just feels so much worse than when they were down 50 on race 3.
Yeah, they're just running out of time, like running out of tracks as well.
Maybe that. 70 just feels like such a big number compared to 19, so...
Going for Wildwood's interesting.
Yeah, I could maybe see it. Looks like there may be a little bit of disagreement with Bryson, but for the most part, looks like they'd be able to maybe take off on either of them. And Bry's going to get his wish, maybe to the dismay of his teammates, but we'll see if he knew better. So, 54-point deficit at the halfway mark. BL more than still in this right now. May have, and I'm giving it to you all straight because, like, I think if Soul pulled that top 4, we may have just been talking about the division at this point, the happenings and everything. But
Might have been saying 1-1, get it done next week, boys.
Yep. Well, I think in BL's case it'd be an 0-2 because I'm pretty sure they dropped the first match. I don't know about Soul though.
Yeah, I did not get a chance to actually look at. I didn't have much time to look at the results
true.
for D2.
Yeah, I had very limited amount of times, but I think BL lost by about 30 or so in the first match. So
You hate to see it.
considering its conferences, this means that if they were to drop this match, oh man, and the coin backing he just did earlier is almost looking non-existent now because of that bomb. That's the trade-off right there. And Soul is really handling the top really impressively this match so far, at least.
They're doing a good job of getting up there and keeping it. I know I've seen Artie grinding quite a bit. So
Artie's been getting the back spams, dude.
yeah,
They've been going for another right there. I'm not sure if it was him, but as we were talking about it, but
Jasmine pulling out triple nanas,
Yeah,
but
it was
feeling
him.
damage.
all right, 3 through 5. This could. Oh my gosh,
that's such a
the
nice
bombs
bomb.
keep coming everywhere. And fire also. My gosh, how do you avoid it all? Oh yeah, and Artie just getting that red. That's a great trade for him, I think.
The tree section.
This is presumably a top 2, I guess. Now. Looks like some reds are going up for second also. I mean, if they can get a 2 through 4 at least, this could be. We're salvaging. It looks like they're going to get redded in 6 also. Cudge goes down. All right, getting that blooper out of there. I don't think it was going to mean anything anyway, but he does get the chain. Oh, this could be big. He could steal defense right here.
No,
that
he could have double redded Ryan.
that's some miscommunication. I want to say,
I
he
think
definitely.
I think he
They
was
gained nothing
spacing
for
up
it.
and Throw it too. I don't know
Yeah,
why he
throw
didn't just go for it.
Yeah, I don't know about that play right there. Like they definitely had a chance to get into second right there, but
At least get him like
no
some
reds were
chance in the
thrown.
race.
He didn't want to hit his teammate. I mean, if I'm with him, I'm telling him to go wide because you got you got to get 2 through 5 or something to like make anything out of this. If you know you have 2 people in the back, it's a little bit of a disappointing moment to see, I guess, because it's possible that he stole the red from. He stole a red, right?
Yeah, I think he got the red from second. So
Yeah, because like the red would most likely be in second, so it's very like. Unless he had triple items, which I did not see anything. Like
I only saw he was only
one of those reds was connecting, like 100% connecting. So a little bit of a missed opportunity. It's not like it's going to cost them more than 10, but you know, you want to take the 10 that when you can get them.
Yeah,
so
getting down to the nitty gritty when you're down this much, it's like you got to take all the points you can get.
Yeah. So you know, time is starting to become a factor right now. can't really afford to miss exchanges like that, I want to say, and a little disappointing, I guess. Regardless, it was not the worst race for them, picking up 3 through 6. Seems like they've been trying to go Moo forever, and Soul's just not letting them get a pick.
Not getting the pick. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of people
get so bad.
We like to call them. It looks like Soul's
Yeah.
the only people that did get the
I like the
shroom.
decision here to not go for anything fancy on the glider, try to get the green, but it's going to be a little bit off target.
Oh, that
was lucky. That was really lucky. Oh, they didn't get the red out in time.
It was green. Interesting.
I think all you could have really asked for was to get Squids off the bounce right there, and they did that, but they're holding on to most of the top now, I want to say.
Yeah, I saw a couple.
Squids. Oh, he baits him out. Good job on Roy. I don't know if
It's
it's going to hit
it.
him,
I'm pretty
but
sure. Yep.
yeah, so overall, not even a positive.
It just seems like a very shaky on
Matter of
the
fact, it was a
communication.
negative because,
Yeah.
you know, Roy had to slow down for that too, so.
Can't help but I think it might be like a top 5 for.
I don't
Soul at the-
think it is, but I don't think it is because Squids is back there, and I feel like there may have been some others. Like there's bombs going off up here, so then again, it's probably back spam. It could very well be, although. Yeah, it's not top 5 because
That's
2 of them
right.
are back here confirmed now. So the big question is, does BL have shock again? I don't think they do, but possible.
Could be. That doesn't look like Glass is far enough back enough to actually pull it.
Yeah, and Soul just has every item that Royal does not want to see right now, I think.
Triple Shell's right in front of him. He's gonna.
Yeah, Shroom's not going to do much for him either, I think. Unless we have like a Miracle Worker pulling first out here. Yeah, Royal going down again. This is looking really, really tough for BL, I want to say.
And there's
Blue's
a
coming out.
Oh, and he gets smacked by the blue.
It is possible that BL was first, actually, if that blue was being thrown, because there's a lot of them back there, I think.
Yeah,
It's possible they got first. It is not, though, what actually
might
happened.
have gotten hit at the very end. If anything.
It's possible, because, you know, he had everything behind him. They had all day to set up reds. If they knew there was a blue, can wait till the end. I can't say for certain, but yeah, this is looking like miracle territory right now. So
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They don't.
80 with a GP.
Hey, don't call it a comeback. Sometimes you just gotta get that one track pick that you need, and then do some work on it.
I mean, at this point, I think you're just trying to get. I think you're not even just trying to get a track pick. You're just trying to get Moo Meadows into this war by all means necessary. Seems like the common occurrence. Yeah, that's a repick right there.
Yeah,
a little weird.
This might be the start of something. You never know.
Like, I don't want to say this for Squids, but like I kind of hope it picked some, even though it's not now. You know, just so like we can hype the matchup just slightly more. But you know, finally getting the Moo pick, so good for them there.
See if they can make it happen. They have been picking it the whole war.
Yeah, I mean, they have to have some level of confidence in this track, but at this point, even having a -10 is probably a successful race for Soul. As weird as that sounds.
Royal gonna pull the shroom right away. Gonna be taking the cut, of course.
Feels like there's so many reds that are just being pulled up front that is just limiting what BL can do so much. Yeah, unfortunately, not having enough coins to maybe make anything happen here. He's gonna have to watch out for these trails also.
There's a lot of stuff.
This is a mess right now because if you're Royal, you cannot be trailing Bri, but you have to protect yourself. Wish he would look back a bit more, but this is very dangerous territory. I mean, Bri has his red in second. He could be trying to double red here. Roy's got to be trailing this. I do not know about that.
You know, I saw 2 Soul behind him when he looked back for like the split second, so I probably would have.
Yeah, I mean, it may have been too close, arguably, but that looked. I don't know. You know, bombs can be used for intimidation at times, also. Try to get them to not do anything. All right, he's going to take some shots here for sure. He's got to watch out.
Cut to go wide, really good.
He gets a red here. Oh, no. Hate to see that, and he has to waste his items. I mean, yeah, I mean, they have a lot of high up spots, but I feel like this is still Soul's advantage if they just pull first. Seems like they're far enough ahead. That fire's not going to be able to reach and do anything. You know, if he lands a back spam here also, all the more power to Soul.
Opts not to do anything with it, though.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's just a 2-3, which really is as good as nothing right now.
But a 1-4-5 for Soul, so...
Yeah, the even race is just not really going to mean anything at all right now. Ryan kind of popping off in these points right now. Seems division is starting off as good as possible for him. So, taking a look at what happened in round 1 for these matchups, I don't see a result for Soul right now, but DY did hand BL a 54-point loss earlier. So, yeah, a little bit of comeback to do. And I don't know if I saw the lineup correctly, but I don't believe that Dragon is playing right now for BL, who was actually their top scorer in the last match. Maybe I'm completely high right now, and I'm just missing it, but it would be a little bit of a loss. You do have Ruby in instead, though.
Yeah, and Ruby is one of the X factors for that team. Royal and Ruby are probably the two that everyone expects to like pop off every match. So
for sure. Another pick coming in for Soul.
Yeah, and if you're Ruby, you don't really want to see this being an inward hiker.
I mean, you don't really want to hang in the towel, but at this point, you're probably thinking about encouragement to get through the O2 start.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
it's wrong.
It's not like playoff hopes are down the drain, but you gotta.
It definitely takes a hit, though.
Gotta get a good week 2 at that point.
I think the interesting factor, I guess, when starting the seasons in this league is, you know, back in the past when we had one match a week, it was either W or L, and you either were happy for the week or you were kind of sad for the week. Now, like when you go 1-1, it's like, okay, it's not that bad, I guess. But the 0-2 is really bad, so I think he's gonna go for a green here. He's got to take it.
Snipe.
All right, this is where it begins, if at all. It looks like another Soul member is going to be going down. So,
Brandoli's going to be holding on to that top 2.
Yeah, I think they need to space a little better right now because they could be hitting each other right now. You don't want that to happen. Regardless, they do have a top 3. Blue's coming in. This is where that spacing issue becomes a thing.
Go wide there. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it was almost a little bit of miscommunication for a second. Hey, they're still top 4 though. It looks like he landed a back spam. So
that was a really nice back. Yeah, Royal looking to maybe pull. And he does. Pull
this is really good. They got hit.
To say, Royal is going to want to pull a bomb here.
No, I think Hedgie's 5th also.
He is 5th. He is in 5th. Yep.
I mean,
top
I think
at the moment.
I mean, if you're Royal, I'm holding this stream to the end of the lap. There's no hesitation to chain right here. Take the cut, and maybe if Hedgie gets by you at some point, you'll have something. But
Soul Shock coming in,
and that's the risk right there. I mean, at this point in the war, when you have like a potential top 5, like you just gotta take it and see what you can get with it. But looks like the party is going to be indeed destroyed for them. And at this point, it's like, okay, can we win the race? Which is kind of a bummer, given how it started out.
It's starting to look a little bleak.
I think they still have numbers up front, so they can still win the race for sure, but it's definitely much more harder than it needed to be now. So, I think...
a little fire from Jasmine there.
I want to say they're still top 2. Oh, no.
I think they're only
first. I think they hit Aplex also out of first. I don't know if he's going to make it.
Oh, and he gets fireballed on the line.
Oh, looks like he got him.
Oh, he got him with the boomerang twice.
I think Aplex was first, so could still be something right there.
1, 3, 4, 5 for BL might not like the best race, but it's something.
I mean, this is still. I think this is almost still in Soul's favor at this point. Just the fact that it wasn't more is like just a gigantic win for them. You know, they get the plus 18, but 18 is not really enough if you're really viably wanting to still be in this war. You needed a plus 30 right there to even really be thinking about winning in a reasonable way. So, you know, now you got the 64-point deficit. It's still possible, but, you know, 50-2 is not even just more doable, but almost exponentially more doable. Because, you know, like, the more... I don't know what he's doing right now. I wasn't looking at it, but...
Out of the stream.
Yeah. I mean, the better the race, the more difficult it is to pull that race, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, well, unless you're like just... There's no difference between the difficulty and plus 40 and plus 38, really. Not really, because there's like one way to pull both. But, you know, like when you get to like plus 18 territory, you can pull it in multiple ways. Whereas plus 30, there's less options to pull that. So,
Yeah, you gotta
Because you
stay up there.
Yeah. Really, the top 5 I think is like the only way to like really make this like maybe a 5%er. I'm feeling like this may be a 1%er right now, but there still is a timeline where we're celebrating a Banana Legion victory in about 5 minutes.
Crazier things have happened. If anything,
Crazier things have happened. Yeah.
This is one of the tracks that can probably make it work on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, first things first, they're going to have to hold on to first right there. It looks like Aplex is able to do that, but I don't know if Ruby got hit off, which is pretty common at the very beginning for people who take the, I guess you could call it a NISC. Regardless, it's still good.
Magically appears in first.
Oh, okay.
Top 2 for BL right now.
Let's go, France. Okay, so at the top 2. Yeah. So screen's kind of scary. I don't know if that was bouncing around, but you hate to see it because Royal definitely could have set up a front run with that. And again, into the lap, such a big cut. All right, top 2 has been held for BL right now.
Yeah, I don't really. Ruby probably not going to lose first unless a blue or anything too drastic happens. Cudge looking to get this trail on Jasmine, but
I don't know if he wants to though, because he will get redded if he does. It's scenarios like these where Cudge obviously really good at what he does, selfless player, is able to bag and stuff. But situations like these are why you also just can't solely be a bagger. Obviously, you have to be able to make the plays up front when necessary. Not every war you're going to be comfortably leading. Sometimes bagging is off the table, so it's good to see him up here trying to make plays, but he still will have some comeback to do it after the end of the lap. Well, I think Aplex still is first.
Yeah, either Royal or Aplex holding on to.
But there's a lot of pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure at the very least.
I saw Roy get hit out. I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
Hedgie's up here. Okay. I think they have 1, 3, 4, 5. That's
and Cudge has accidentally backed Royal.
This still could be really good. I mean, okay, he has to go in this here. I mean, I think Aplex. Oh no, it's not Aplex. So I don't know what's happening. First got hit. I have no idea what's going on right now. Shock's coming in. Who is it though? I couldn't tell who it was. I think it was Soul. I think I saw Ryan coming up, and if that is indeed what's happening,
might be curtains.
It may be curtains right now, unless there's some unforeseen miracle for us, and that's gonna be curtains.
That's gonna do it.
All right, so spectacular showing from Soul on this first primetime match of the season right now. Really, for the most part, it looks like they never lost control of the match whatsoever, except maybe on TTC, but regained quite quickly afterwards. So with plus 80 to go, I think last race just a formality at this point. So congratulations to Soul on getting the dub.
They're picking their N64 Rainbow Road, the Gambit, as we like to call it.
I mean, you can call it the Gambit, but with no risk whatsoever. I think I'd like to call it more of a victory lap. So, quite literally, because it's only one lap, of course. So,
good one. My knee is slapped.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, but then I realized it was one lap. So,
it is a section.
It's exciting. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate it. So, hey, you got to fill in the void when just match is over. Sorry, NATO. Very sorry. Anyway, Soul will be getting either their first or second win of the season. I still don't see a results thread in. But from what I'm looking in this division right now, it is looking like Star Clan is the early team to beat. Having a pretty big win against Euphoria and solid enough win against World Friend. And, World Friend 2, or Moon, was a team that we are taking a look at for Division 1, I guess. There were some discussions on that. So,
yeah. And World Friend 2 making a case that they should be D1, but...
Yeah. I mean, it was a tough call this season because, I think there is a lot of there is a lot of an argument, I guess, to have Star Clan Division 1. They're obviously going to be the favorites in D2 this season, I would think. But, with JPP... With JPP winning Division 2, not much you can do in that regard unless you were going to take out another team. So,
that's
promotion
you can take out. So.
Yeah, I mean promotion and relegation. aren't really official anymore, but for the most part, you're kind of expecting certain things to always mean something. Last place generally is always going to be a demotion. First place always going to be a promotion, considering the teams rarely, I guess, die in the top division. But I guess this offseason was a little bit of a anomaly. I was looking for the word right there. So I don't know exactly what the game plan is right here on Cheap Cheap. Maybe it's just some practice. Royal trying to get some shocks. I don't know.
Yeah. Looked like he was trying to for a little bit, but no dice, so he's just gonna work his way up and build.
I mean, I think he's still going for it right now. I mean, if he wanted a better chance, I think I'd be running into that with the shroom and then maybe seeing if I can pull a star and get 2 more. But at this point, I think it's still him looking at maybe pulling a good spot on this race also. Hence the bill right here. Well, not even just padding the end divs, but just giving yourself a chance to catch up if something goes wrong. So top 3 for Soul right here. Blue's coming in though, so looks like Royal will be getting something right here at the very least in the top 3. But that's not a good pull. Ooh, that green was really scary on Squids. I think that was a good back spam though. Royal was more than ready for it to be there. And man, tough match for BL today, I think. I mean, this whole last stretch is really just, yeah. Sorry, I think I was looking at
yeah, you were watching a different stream, and I was like,
I got caught, dude. I was looking in the chat. But you know, we had already you called me out earlier on it next time, please.
I was just like, like you won't shut up.
There's a gigantic delay, so yeah, a tough match for BL. That's the synopsis, I guess. So, any closing thoughts you have, maybe?
No, that's a very impressive performance from Seoul. Not what I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah,
kind of just like a sleeper in this division. Might need to be a team people got to watch out for.
Yeah, both these teams came up from D3 last season, so they're you know, when you get promoted to, especially in the high divisions, when you get promoted, a lot of times there's a lot of teams in Division 2 who have, you know, been around the block in these really high level divisions, and a lot of times it's really hard to, I guess, make a splash when you know, a lot of times the level of competition goes up. So in these matches where you have a division rival from the same, I guess from the finals last season, getting those victories are quite crucial, and it looks like Seoul is able to come out, do that today, and defend the title from last season in a sense. So some good stuff for them, and excited to see if they got it done in the other match.
Yeah, I still don't see any threads posted or anything, so.
Mm-hmm. So, I think this is about all we have today. Unless there's any final comments from Brandon, I think we are good.
No, all good on my end. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Cheers.